Hello, my name is Joe Hoyle, and I'm one of the co-authors of the Financial Accounting Textbook, and this is the second edition of that book. We're looking today at Chapter 2. Now, Chapter 2 is very important because it brings out a lot of important financial accounting terminology. And I want to make sure before you move any further that you have a good understanding of that terminology. So we're going to look at a couple of terms here in this problem to make sure you know what they are and what they mean. So let's assume that we have a company. We'll just draw this and say this is our company. Now, in this company, we have some assets. We'll just put an A for asset, and it says to start out with that we have $1,000 in assets, and we also liabilities. We'll just use L for liabilities here. That's zero. Now, an important accounting term is the term net asset. Net assets is the amount of assets that you have over and above the liabilities. Assets minus liabilities is net assets. So obviously, if we have assets of 1,000 and no liabilities, then we start this problem with $1,000 as our net assets. That gives you a good measurement of the size of the company. We're now going to have a couple of different things that happens. Now remember, the asset here was cash. They don't have any other assets. We're going to keep this simple for the time being. We can become more complicated in later chapters. The first thing it says that happens here is that we sold a service. There was some kind of a sale of a service. For example, maybe we mowed their grass, maybe we painted their house, maybe we did something else, but we provided a service, and for that service, they paid us $5,000. So our business now has grown. It no longer has cash of 1,000. It now has cash of 6,000. How did it get bigger? It got bigger because we have a revenue. A revenue is a measure of the amount that comes into a company from selling a good or service. In this case, it was a service. So the revenue that we're going to report is $5,000. We got cash of $5,000 because we sold the service, and so we measure that earning. How much cash do we now have? We now have 6,000. Notice, in addition, that the business no longer has net assets of 1,000. Since you have cash of 6,000 and liabilities of 0, we have grown. We now have net assets of $6,000. And those net assets will get bigger and smaller as events change over time. The next thing that happens is that we incur a cost. And this is called an expense. An expense is when you lose money or your net assets go down because you're trying to generate revenue. In this problem, they're paying for the rent for last month. So this expense is more specifically called rent expense. And the rent expense means that the company lost $2,000 because it was renting a building, and that building was being used, I suppose, to generate revenue. So you have that idea that you have some things that bring the net assets up, and then some things that bring the net assets down because they decrease the net assets. What that does, of course, is that $2,000 now reduces our cash number down to $4,000. And since we still have no liabilities, the size of our company is $4,000. It started out the year at 1,000, went up to 6,000, and has now dropped to 4,000. We're getting a feel for the terminology, and we're also getting a feel for how businesses operate. The next thing that happens is you have an owner out here someplace, and the owner decides to put more money into the business. So they issue some capital stock to the owner, which we'll sometimes simply refer to as contributed capital. The owner is putting more money in the business, and that additional amount of money is $4,000. This again increases the cash balance. We no longer have $4,000 in cash. We now have $8,000. You had a revenue bring the net assets up, and now you have an owner investing in contributed capital or capital stock that's increased this to $8,000. If the cash is $8,000 and you still have no liabilities, the size of your business has gone up to $8,000. Companies will get bigger and smaller based upon the events that occur. We have one more event. The company apparently has done fairly well because it decides to pay a dividend to the owners. So it goes to the owners and says, as a reward for what we have done this year, we're going to pay you a dividend. And in this case, the dividend is $1,000. Just gives it away. That reduces your cash to $7,000. You still have no liabilities. So the amount of net assets, the assets minus the liabilities, gives you net assets of $7,000. That's the size of your business. But notice how many different things affected you. You had a revenue making the business larger. You had the owner putting money in, contributed capital, that made the business larger. You had an expense. Money leaves the company, it gets smaller, and then you paid or distributed a dividend that makes the business smaller also. Those four things are very, very important. The idea of two things make you larger, make your business larger, and two things make it smaller are important. We finished the problem off in kind of an interesting way. There's one more event. They borrow $5,000 from the bank. So therefore, the cash goes from $7,000 up to $12,000. At the same time, because the money is borrowed from the bank, the liabilities go to $5,000. Now that's an important event. But before this event, the business had net assets of $7,000. Now the business still has net assets of $7,000. The reason is that borrowing money is not a revenue, it's not contributed capital, it's not an expense, it's not a dividend. Your assets go up, in this case $5,000, and at the same time your liabilities go up by $5,000. So although that's an important event, it doesn't change the size of the company, just the composition. These terms are vitally important to your achieving an excellent understanding of financial accounting. Now, I know that some of them may be new to you, but they're not terribly difficult. Revenues, contributed capital, expenses, dividends. Revenues and contributed capital make the net assets go up. Expenses and dividends will make the net assets go down.